What is up, y'all? It's your favorite producer, Ron Don, and today I'm gonna show you guys how I cook up a Saba Type Beat. Let's get into it.
Ron got the recipe.
As always, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop a new video. Let's get it. Alright, so first things first, gotta set that BPM. The BPM I went with was 141. That actually matched up pretty perfectly with the samples that I chose. The samples that I chose actually came from DJ Khalil's expansion pack from Native Instruments. You can find both of these samples in the Baldwin Hills drum kit and also the City Lights 90s drum kit. Once I put my samples down, the next step is to export the samples from Maschine and import them into my DAW. In my case, I'm using Ableton. All I need to do is hit the export button in Maschine and import my samples into Ableton. Once you got your samples into Ableton, double click the sample, go down to the bottom, double tap the warp button so your sample is in time and it's locked into the grid. Now that I have my sample in my DAW, I can go ahead and arrange it or duplicate it as many times as I want, add effects to it. I got a lot more freedom to do what I want with that sample. Let's talk about the drums. So for the drums, I went with the same exact expansion pack. The drum kit I chose is called Good Cake Kit. Alright, super nice, rich, you know what I'm saying, real boom bappy. I went ahead and threw eighth notes on the hi-hat, snare on the 2 and the 4, we got some kick in there. We got an open hat, but the open hat is a fill, a real slight fill. I did add a few more beats on the snare to give it more of a lively feel, and the same thing with the kick. Now this part is up to you. Go ahead and hit that export button and export your drums from Maschine into Ableton. You can go ahead and do them separately, that's up to you, but for the sake of this video and time, I went ahead and just grouped them together, export them from Maschine and into Ableton. Once I get my drums into my DAW, I go ahead and double click that warp button to make sure it lines up perfectly with the grid. Alright, so let's talk about this bass line. So y'all know me, I love Native Instruments Rickenbacker Bass. That's what I threw on top, man. It hasn't failed me yet. Super solid plugin. I did keep the bass line fairly simple this time. All I'm doing is following the main melody. I added in a few more notes every 4 bars just to keep the bass line a little bit different, keep it feeling more realistic and more live. Threw some EQ on top just to kind of help with that low end, get some of that muddiness out of there. Once I got the bass line done, I went ahead and arranged the beat how I wanted it, added some breaks in there. I added a little bit of automation to the intro on the bass and on the sample, so when the drums hit, we get a lot more effect. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content. Like the video, share it with your friends, and let me know how you feel in the comments, man. I really appreciate it. Peace.